Where is the server? There we go. Password. And we are connecting. Let's wait for everybody to hopefully flood in. Nobody in the voice chat but me right now. Practice has started though. What is the temps of the track? 23 degrees. Only a degree higher than what I was practicing to. And just wait for some people to rock up before we go out onto the track and do anything. Very short list this evening. Very short list. The numbers have kind of been going a little bit down over the last couple of days. Over the last couple of rounds. Since Bathurst, I think I found a lot more people have not been rocking up. Is what it is though. Top 10 reverse grid tonight. Looking forward to it. Evening, how are we?
Oh, great.
That's what I like to hear. Password for tonight is BMW, all lowercase.
BMW, all lowercase?
Yep, BMW, all lowercase.
Camp.
How are we, Bob?
Good, mate. How are you?
That's what I like to hear. I'm doing well.
We've had a few people pull out of this one.
Yeah, numbers have been kind of fluctuating. I guess it's the start of the year. Some people are trying to get back into work rhythms and stuff like that. So those things happen.
Yep, that's it.
Evening, Wilco.
Where did you end up in Daytona last weekend?
We ended up finishing in P2, which is crazy result.
Yeah, pretty good. What split was that?
I think we were split 4. I think our strength of field was 2.2k.
Okay. So that's a bloody good result then, eh?
Oh, definitely a really good result.
Yeah.
I think it was higher than what we were anticipating, but we'll take it.
We'll take it, thank you.
You're at dinner with friends, so you won't be able to watch much. Having Mexican. Sounds fucking good, Wilco. Cheers for tuning in, though. Appreciate the support. We'll toggle this over in a minute. Evening, Adrian. Password for tonight is BMW, all lowercase. Let's just turn this music down a little bit. We've got a commentator for tonight, which really looking forward to seeing what he does. Actually, is he live?
Good day, lads. Can I get a password, please?
Evening. Password for tonight is BMW, all lowercase.
Cheers, Cam.
It's not live yet. I think he might be waiting until we get a little bit closer to race session. Now, Mexican sounds really good, Wilco. I don't know what I'm going to be having for dinner. Hopefully some food. Toggle that over. We're in the setup screen at the moment. I'm not really too happy with my lap time, but I'll take a 45. See what we can get during qualifying. Obviously top 10 reverse grid tonight, so kind of looking forward to it. I'll tell you what though, my G29's like a fucking jackhammer on the curbs around here. I'm in talks with Caleb, trying to get his Fanatec. He reached out to me the other day wanting to get rid of it. So I'll see if he actually wants to get rid of it. Because if he does, then we'll probably end up buying it off of him. I'm more than keen. I was meaning to message him today actually and see whether he'd made up his mind on what he was going to do with it. But from the register, we've only got about 19 people rocking up tonight. So very low numbers, but work's been flooding in for a lot of people. Everyone's been trying to get back into rhythms and stuff like that. Let me just copy that Twitch link for our commentator. Keen to watch his stream. If you guys want to go and check him out, he's not live at the moment. I assume he wouldn't be too far away from going live. Go Race Promotions on Twitch. Go and chuck him a follow, show him some support. Man, the Lexus sounds nice around here. I've been thinking about moving to the Ferrari next season. It's been a while since I've driven it. I've been kind of craving the Ferrari, so we'll probably end up jumping back into that at some point. But the McLaren feels quick around here. I'm not really too confident. I don't know what it is with McLaren, or not just the McLaren I should say. Any car that I've tested around Catalonia, the front left seems to heat up rapidly. Seems to scrub a fair bit around here. So as long as we can kind of keep on top of that, I think it will be okay. But you know, like I say, we'll have to see how things pan out. Who else is out on the track? We've got Adrian, we've got RJ as well. I don't have Robert in yet. I'm sure he's got the password. If not, he can sing out. So first race is 7 PM and second race is 9 PM. We're going to be doing my favourite, the car bingo, at the start of race 2 to reverse the grid. Can't go wrong with a bit of car bingo. I did see some people doing like low 45s on the practice server. I don't know who it was that was doing laps, but there were some people doing low 45s.
It's, oh shit, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Adrian's gone into the 45s. This man's always on a mission during practice and qualifying. Oh, he's going back to pit lane, I think. He's always on a mission during practice and qualifying. And I think he makes a couple of slight errors during the races, which cost him positions overall. So hopefully we'll see him have a good race tonight. I got a feeling the commentator's probably going to go live towards the end of the next practice session, so they might not go live for another, I dare say, 20, 30 minutes. Keep an eye out though. I watched, they did a stream, I think it was last night, on the old Senna Corsa. The McLaren is pretty decent around here. I think if you position the car right, if you get it all kind of sorted like that, I think it can pay off definitely. Evening Regan, password for tonight is BMW, all lowercase. I'm gonna make sure to take a fucking photo of the results after the first race so that we can reverse the grid. I'm hoping we can get the 20 drivers in, that'd be good. But they're two 30-minute sprint races. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to the night race around here. First race, sun's in your eyes, pretty much half the circuit. And second race, the sun kind of dwindles away. Now let's just reload this setup. Let's get a couple of laps in. Just need to finalise to make sure that we're actually going to need 55 litres. We're not going to be using more than that. Let's cut a few laps. Anyone joins, probably end up having to slow down a little bit to hand out passwords. Looking forward to getting back into iRacing tomorrow though. We took a majority of last week off. I was trying to get my sleep schedule back after the 24 hours of Daytona. I've almost gotten it there, but it's still chaotic. Dan and myself are going to be doing 4 hours of Palami this weekend as well. Keen to see how we travel there. The McLaren was actually pretty quick there. Probably not as quick as some of the people that we're going to be racing against. I've seen Bakita is jumping into that one. And she's a fucking alien, so I think if you're lucky you'll be able to keep up. Oh dude, the jackhammer curves, I tell you. The Catalunya wine mix has fucking got all of it. I tried to tune it down in the force feedback settings, but didn't want to work for us at all. Can't wait to get off of the G29. I'm not expecting to get like a low 45 on a fast track. Would be nice though.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I feel like it's that turn that you end up getting a lot of struggling tyres. Try and stay off of those curbs as much as I can. Adrian's got a fucking 45 flat. BMW must be strong around here. Started work on this setup today, so I'm not really expecting too much from it. Catalonia's like the third highest track that I've done in terms of kilometres, but I haven't driven here in many months. Evening, password for tonight is BMW, all lowercase. Evening, how are we? Not doing too bad, thank you. Password for tonight is BMW, all lowercase. Danny's quiet on my end. And that front left is gonna be fucked. It's also slow. Oh, me and Nicholas are pretty fucking close. 5 here. 45 flat, what the fuck? Like,
password, please.
Evening, password for tonight is BMW, all lowercase.
Lovely, thank you.
I mean, I got fastest last sector, if that's anything to go from, but like, to almost be a whole second down in sector 1, that's fucking insane. It's really ironic that BMW is the password and BMW is the fucking quickest car up here right now. I'm sure once everyone starts to kind of roll in, I think it's going to be a bit different. Dylan, how are we? Yeah, looking as good as I can. Yeah, BMW is still a little bit sus. I do have to give it that, but it's definitely nowhere near as OP as what it was before. I think it's still very capable. Evening, how are we?
Thanks, sir.
That's the way. I'm not doing too bad, thank you. Password for tonight is BMW, all lowercase.
Sweet. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, 100%. That's my assumption as well there, Dylan. It's just one of those cars, you know, like, it's quick, and you can't doubt that. I mean, it's a newer gen car, and it works quite well at a majority of tracks. I mean, the McLaren got a little bit of a buff when the M4 got updated, so yeah, that's it. If you can't beat them, just join them. I plan on going back to the Ferrari, I think, next season. I've done 2 seasons, I think, in the McLaren, and I don't mind it. Like, really good car, really fun car to drive, but I want to go back to the Ferrari for a season and just see how I can go. Philippa was saying, yeah, it is a bit awful. Like, I've definitely noticed a difference, like a dramatic difference from the way that it was before this update and now the way that it is. I've definitely noticed a bit of a difference from it. It feels a little bit sluggish. It's a good car, but it's just, I don't know, I don't think it needed to get an update, especially what it got. I don't think it needed it. I think it was still on par with all the other cars, but how did I get onto your good old mate Matt? Honestly, I got a message from him turning around going, you know, would I be able to do commentary and stuff like that? I was like, yeah, alright, no worries, man. Like, jump on. But yeah, that only happened the other day. Is he live at the moment? Oh, he is. Oh, his commentary is really good. I was watching his stream the other day. What was it? I think it was last night doing a set of Corsa in the BMWs, or not BMWs, the Mini Coopers. That looked good, and his commentary's top notch as well. So definitely glad to have him on board. He said if you couldn't jump on as a commentator, he'd jump on.
Frick everything in it.
Jump on doing the racing instead, but I'm glad he jumped on for commentary. I think it's going to be a good addition. Something good to watch back on. I definitely know after the races I'm going to be watching back. That's where he joined up with FNL because the commentary was the best he'd heard. They all quit. It's always hard, isn't it? You know, like, especially commentators. Our console league's got a commentator, and it's very good, but always trying to find the right time slot for a commentator to run as well as your drivers. It can be a bit hit and miss sometimes, but no, I think it's going to be good content. I mean, like I say, go and give him a follow. Go Race Promotions if you haven't.
Password.
But yeah, I'm interested to see how this turns out later on tonight. Definitely going to be giving it a watch back.
Password, please.
Oops. Sorry, password tonight is BMW, all lowercase.
Thank you.
My button wasn't working to push to talk. Naptic said that his schedule's a little bit hit and miss at the moment. I don't know if he's able to stream this one. He said he's been having internet issues. Because we checked in with him before I brought on Matt. Just because I didn't want to tread on any toes, because Naptic was around before anybody else jumped on for it. He's got 1 gigabyte fiber. Jesus, he's got fuck all to do. Well, at the end of it, it's on him whether he wants to commentate or not. I mean, his commentary is good. I've watched back on it, and especially you jumped in during the Bathurst run as well, and that was good to watch back on. Especially the carnage before the race start. But yeah, Gilgris, how are we? You just got home, eating dinner, then you'll be there. Not an issue at all. You've got what, 23 minutes until qualifying, so just jump into the voice chat when you're ready. Take a mental note. Password for tonight is BMW, all lowercase. You're in a lobby by yourself and he hasn't joined yet. It was more of a beer with the boys, yeah. Having a beer with the boys, chatting while racing. Can't go wrong with that, man. Well, hopefully he does jump on, because I messaged Matt and said, you know, get in contact with Naptic, because I think you guys could both commentate together. Obviously, Naptic does YouTube and Matt does Twitch, so it's one of those ones where, you know, tick for tack and have at it. And these lap times are pretty close. 44.8, fucking hell. Is Matt keen on the 4 hour? That'd be a good question to ask him. Pardon me. That'd be a good question to ask him. Are there already commentators for the 4 hour, or? Because I'm fairly sure there's been commentators for the 4 hour for a while, so might be worth messaging him and seeing if he's more than happy to jump on, either do his stream and see what happens. But he is a busy man. I was looking at his schedule for what he streams, and Tuesdays was the only night he didn't basically have anything on, so definitely worth just seeing if he wants to commentate on a larger event. 4 hours is quite a long time, but be good to see if he's happy to jump on board. Bob finally submitted your team, so you can now do some team training. Jesus. Yeah, I read back on those messages today in the RPR Discord. I'm glad you guys finally got your teams entered though. That's the main thing. I mean, I was lucky I caught onto it, because I originally wrote out that we were going to jump in the Porsche, like myself and Dan. We were going to jump into the Porsche, and I haven't never driven the Porsche before. So I messaged Dan, I'm going, do you want to just jump into the McLaren? And yeah, he was more than happy to do the swap, so I'm lucky I got onto that ASAP. Because last thing I'd want to do on the night is turn around and go, oh, we can't join. Yeah, Porsche. I wouldn't mind giving the Porsche a go, I think. Are you gonna be doing it, Dylan? You gonna be doing the 4 hours? Oh, that's easy as well. Say hi to Matt for us. Oh, your legs are still a bit sore, yeah. Well, hopefully you can recover, man. Like, keep us updated on how you're travelling, and hopefully we can see you back in the car sometime soon. Next season you should be back. Fingers crossed. You'll be at the back with me. You and your mate were tossing up between DB8 and the GTR. What did you end up going with? Surely the GTR. Whoa, Macbeth and Mobs went quick. They're pretty close to each other.
Evening all, how we all going?
There you go, mate.
Evening.
Okay, I've got the password now.
Password for tonight is BMW, all lowercase.
Thanks, guy.
It's good to see Sam jumping out for this one. The next session's going to be fucking nighttime, so I'm definitely going to have to cut some laps. I was pretty slow at night. Plus, I got to try and figure out pressures as well. Let's just save this quickly. That front left is gonna fucking cook. I could open up the ducks, but I wonder if a part of it's because of pressures are so low, but it's only a 30-minute race. What's the worst that can happen? Nighttime. This track temp is 20 degrees. Shouldn't be far off with these pressures, I wouldn't think. Are you in the DB8 for this one? Should be good, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you out on the track. There's a ton of cars participating in it. Oh, you're both quick in both the cars? That's always good to hear. What kind of lap times are you hitting around Kailami? Because, well, I think I was... Let me just have a look. Let's have the setup there.
What time is the race start time, like in game, I mean?
Race 1 is 7 PM and race 2 is 9 PM.
Okay.
I was a 42.4 on the Kailami.
I'll give the password.
Evening. Password for tonight is BMW, all lowercase. Let's go and cut some laps. Kilgris, you've got 18 minutes until qualify. Smash that food down, boy. We've got a week break after tonight, and then we head back into the season. The final 4 rounds should be quick. Final round of the season at Spa is probably the one I'm more nervous about, with the McLaren being in the wet. It's going to make for some interesting maneuvers. Oh my god, that's a lot of curb. That's too much curb. Cut some laps, check that these pressures are going to be all good. Oh, not that curb. That curb's been pretty much like spitting me out. I'm struggling a little bit with that turn. I mean, I can put a little bit more point into the setup, but I found it was causing me more issues for the rest of the track. Tonight's just going to be about pointing it in the right direction. I'm not really expecting too good of a result. I wouldn't mind a decent result tonight, but we'll just have to see how we go. Tomorrow with iRacing is going to be sketchy because I've never driven at Belle Isle before. Ever. It's going to be one of those ones where I'm hoping I can keep it within the track limits. Could be wrong, but I'm fair sure Belle Isle is like cement fucking walls on either side. Oh my god. Get turned in there. Only got a couple minutes to make sure these pressures are going to be okay.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
The last corner. Is that the last corner here? Is it in the GTR? At least I know it's just not a McLaren thing. The McLaren was decently good before the patch. I think they over-patched it, personally. This could be a good car to drive, but I mean it still is. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. There's something about it now that isn't really enticing to drive. You almost have to use that curve on the inside to rotate the car a little bit more. Oh, it understeers really bad. It's a little bit like this. It's not too bad through it, but I mean it just feels so sluggish. It doesn't feel like it has enough oomph compared to what it did. But I mean, OOR put 20 kilos of ballast on the McLaren. I mean, it's not that quick anymore to warrant that much ballast. Be jumping on now. We've got a good couple of minutes. Definitely getting used to nighttime around here is going to be a good one to kind of familiarise yourself with certain markers.
Flag in sector 3.
fucking curbs, man. I think the nighttime race is going to be the worst one for me. Let's just hope I can get into a decent rhythm for the first race. These pressures are also a little low. Just go back. We'll adjust them. Okay, we'll just go up by 0.1 on that side. Let's just save this. Just get rid of that lap time. What's the temp? 20 and 20. Probably going to need more fuel on this one, to be honest. I think we'll probably end up taking like 60 litres. Got 16 people for tonight. And it's really close up this end of the grid. Really close.
Thank you, sir.
Evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
Evening. Have a look at these lap times. .46.4 is rubber, fucking hell. I want to see Madford have a good result here tonight. Let's go and test these pressures. We've only got 9 minutes or so. Hopefully better pressures will help us out.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
I feel like we need to rotate this brake bias.
Sorry, mate.
these pressures come up. The front seems to be kind of fluctuating a little bit.
Yellow flag accepted.
I have a feeling that lap is going to be invalid. Keep on butchering these laps, man. The videos could probably come up a little bit more. It's also slow. Oh, well. It cost us a bit of time on that lap.
Yellow flag accepted.
How are we losing so much time? That last sector.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
get onto a decent lap, you know, in a fucking car.
Well then, mate, this has been your first advice.
Night on Catalunya. It's gonna be the death of me. That'll do, whatever. I'm not gonna be quick, but just raise them by 2. Is that by 1? Drop that by 2. Save that for the night time. Load this back up. We use that tire, so we use that tire, so set 5. And dump the fuel. I'll take 20 litres. Fuck. If you have it, while I'm at it, go and check out Go Race Promotions. They're broadcasting Shakedown races now. Go and check them out. Give them a follow on Twitch. We're about to get into qualifying.
Green light, go, go, go.
Everyone's slowing up. I was backing out. I could just hold the clutch. Save a little bit of fuel. It's not iRacing. Get a bit of a tow. Probably going to hear a lot of G29 jackhammering off the curbs over the course of the race, so apologise in advance.
Yellow flag accepted.
There wasn't much I could do. Seems to be like common occurrence with the McLaren. Fuck!
There's a slow car up ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
Gotta wait, there's a couple of cars. That was the last one. That probably would have been a half decent lap. It's that curb that I was talking about that spits it out. Gotta be careful not to touch it.
Your lap times are validated. Please try to stay on the track.
Hopefully we can get a valid lap in. We've got about 4 minutes I think by the time we get over the line. Try and get a good lap in. Oh no. Awful line there.
Well done, mate. First and best.
We lost so much time. Easy couple of tenths there.
Yellow flag acceptable. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Well done, mate. Fastest lap so far.
Yeah, this will be our last lap. I don't know if we'll be able to go quicker than this, but go full send. If we compromise an exit, let's have fully down.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. Session is now over.
Oh, we only went like a smidgen faster. Fuck, that's close. Everybody else though. Fucking hell, P10 all the way up.
Rip. Throttle pedal broke. Middle of qualifying. It's fixed now though for the race.
Yeah, well, at least you can fix that. My brain faded most of qualifying, so
We'll just take 60 litres just to be safe. Alright, so just remember there's no mandatory pit stops, straight 30-minute sprint. We don't have any UI either, so make sure to hold 90 k's at the front. Once it tells us to go double file, drop it down to about 70 k's. Race 2 is full reverse grid. We'll go through that procedure once we get there. Hey Dan, how are we? Yeah, I'm doing alright. Very fucking slow in the McLaren here, but
30 seconds.
is what it is. Oh, you saw the race labs overlay and thought it was iRacing? It's very easy to misinterpret it to be iRacing, to be honest. It's one of those ones where
20 seconds.
I've got to remind myself that it's ACC, but my wheel reminds me that it's ACC. The amount of clunking that comes from it
10 seconds.
definitely reminds me of that. We start P12, so...
Go in single file.
How have you been, Dan? Hope you've been doing well. Don't stress about the typing. Hopefully you're keen for this weekend. I think John's getting a bit eager. This is probably why we needed the HUD, but unfortunately we can't do it for sprint rounds. I'm getting sweaty already.
Stay in double file.
Alrighty. Let's see how we go.
Slide up at the front.
Glad to hear that you're keen, Dan. Let me know how you go with some practice. I'll be doing some iRacing tomorrow. But if I have some time in the afternoon, I'll jump on and do a couple of laps. I'm hoping the UI pops up for at least the start. Just disable it
Green light.
completely.
Give it all you got.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all, Dan. I wouldn't stress too much about that. We can either join the
Car on the right.
multi-league
Clear
server,
on the right.
or we can jump on. I'll set this server up.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Jeez.
What the fuck was that? Jesus.
I'm hoping they put in a protest for that. I'm going to take a look at that anyway after the race.
Oh shit, man. Fuck, sorry.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
They are freebies, but
Yellow flag accepted.
I don't know what it is. We clean things up to the best that we can, but I think instead of rationalising and saying something to that incident, because I didn't see the start of it, but I definitely saw the mid
Has
and
the
the
server
end.
crashed?
negative.
I got booted.
Oh, that's unlucky. We'll be saving this replay and having a look at what happened. Hopefully the driver puts in an incident report. If not, I'll manage it myself. Been clean since Bathurst, and then this happens. I mean, incidents happen, but I mean, we try and do what we can to minimise things kicking on. The McLaren feels so different now. Under braking, feels squirrely. The rear view was full of McLaren just then. Yeah, I know Rob got involved in it because I know Rob's McLaren. And Adrian was involved in it as well. We'll take a look at it afterwards. Oh, like, Rob did well avoiding me. Yeah, I saw a giant McLaren, only like, you know, in your peripherals I saw it. Me and Rob had a couple of close moments last week at Kyalami. Not very close moments. Mostly me, to be honest. Misjudging my braking markers. I had to bail out so I didn't rear end him a couple of times. Why I didn't want to turn. Yeah, we need to start work on the Aston setup for the Bathurst 12 hours as well. I tried the CDA3 setup there and it was quite good. I'm not used to the Aston, so I felt a bit slow. But it was quick straight out of the box. Yeah, I noticed that earlier today when I was doing a couple of laps. It doesn't like the front left at all, no matter what you do. Like removing a lot of the point that the car had. So it felt like it feels really sluggish through a lot of the track. Just to try and savour that front, but yeah, it still murders the tyres. I don't think it's just the McLaren that it does it to. I think it's everybody. Because I think Kelbrus was saying it's happening to him in the Nissan. So I can only imagine this happening to everybody. If Rob can hold on to P10, he starts P1 next race.
Sorry guys, I'm out. I've been booted twice from the server.
That's unlucky. Sad to hear Derek's being booted from the server. I wonder why that happens. I wonder if it's ping or what it is. Wish I could find out. The front left is really low. I feel like it's already fucked. Palami's going to be good though. The McLaren feels really good there. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how it handles for 4 hours. We're going to sort out tyre pressures and stuff like that, which shouldn't take too long. Wouldn't surprise me as well if we end up seeing a bit of rain. I don't know if we're gonna gain too much on these guys. I love Catalonia, but I don't know, the McLaren just doesn't feel good around here. I'm looking forward to this week break though. Give me time to work up the setups for the next couple of tracks at least. Get some track time in. Yeah, Kyalami's going to be really good. I think the main point that I found, the setup that I ended up working up for last week with Shakedown was really good, Dan. Like, I think you're going to enjoy it. It's got just enough point that you can kind of send it in a way, but it's also on that safe side. I think the only unsafe part of the whole setup would obviously be the curb as you come around a pit lane, but the McLaren's not really meant to take that much curb, so I think as long as we keep off of that, I think we'll be okay. I'm glad it's not 4 hours at Barcelona. Oh, you always run that curb? I wouldn't be too worried about it, but once you hit that curb once, you understand what I mean. I tried playing around with the dampers a fair bit to try and make it somewhat enjoy the curb, but no, it's it's not. If you're not careful, it will send you pretty much straight into the wall. Yeah, I think I could do the same thing. I think I could probably... I don't think I could do like a 12-hour race or something like that, but definitely like if it was 12 hours of Kalami for the OR event, could definitely do it as a two-man. It's just one of those tracks like... I think 12 hours as two people at Bathurst would be insane. I tried to find a way to do the iRacing team events solo last time. Because I want to try the 12 hours at Bathurst solo. I know that'd probably turn the ship pretty quick. I think one thing I'm really looking forward to right now is hopefully getting off of this G29. I've driven with it for that long that the noises that come out of it are annoying. It's probably very light-hearted. I'm glad you're looking forward to doing Kailami, Dan. You're gonna have a ton of fun. McLaren feels so good. I also remembered why you said aren't we in the Porsche a little while ago. When I had a look at the entry, we originally put ourselves down as going in the Porsche, but I completely forgot. Which is why the other night I asked you, like, do you want to just go to McLaren? Like, you're cool with that? If I knew we were going around in the Porsche, I would have already prepared for it. But I had not worked up a setup for the Porsche, and I'd never driven it before. So I thought it'd probably be better on both of us if we went into the McLaren, because you've driven the McLaren, and I had a pretty good setup for it, so I was like, you know, McLaren wouldn't be too bad of an idea. But after this most recent update, I've been doing laps at a couple of other circuits, and the McLaren's not really... I mean, it's good at Kailami, and it's not too bad at Bathurst, but it's so slow now, like it feels so sluggish. Especially here, it doesn't feel too good. And I did a fair bit this afternoon to the setup, and yeah, I think I'm done with the McLaren. I've had a good run with it, 2 seasons now, but unfortunately because of the way the update changed things. I think I want to go back to the Ferrari. But I'm going to be doing a bit of testing after this season. Just figure out what works and see if there's anything else that I enjoy. You had the Porsche in your head for some reason. Try and get onto this next straight and I'll catch up on those messages. You had the Porsche in your head for some reason, but glad that you went into the McLaren, given that you're in it for OR and Shakedown. One of your folks just fuck it out. Two contrasting messages. Something about dogs and farting, dude. It's the worst. Now I'm glad to hear that despite what's been going on, you're still going to be running with OR. Hopefully the McLaren treats you better than it does me. I think it's just Barcelona for me. It's always been one of those tracks that I enjoy, but I'm just not the quickest at. And I'm always pushing too hard, but yeah, that's honestly fine, Dan. Like, take as much time as you need. We got a week break after tonight, so if you end up making it back for the second half of the season, we'll gladly have you in. Big shit went down with OR, your message off stream. Is that in reference to like Cam Farmer? Because I read that and that got me surprised. I'm surprised. Oh, it was. I'm surprised they even like Mullock did a full fucking announcement. Ooh, what the cool. Mullock did a full announcement about it. I remember reading it. Like, what can you say that's bad enough for one of, you know, the people that helps manage a lot of OR with you to leave? Yeah, that's it. Two sides to every story. I don't know if what I read, I don't know, I interpret it differently. I feel like there's more to the story than what was said. Like, I mean, like, it'd have to be pretty big to leave an organisation like OR. Especially when Cam Farmer was probably making money from people paying for lessons and coaching and stuff like that. But I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, at the end of it, I don't think I'm surprised that something's blown up with OR. Like, it was only a matter of time before something happened. But Moloch seems to be like a loose cannon these days. Especially after the shit that you read. Don't get me wrong, great group of people to race with and their events and stuff like that. I mean, we're going to be doing that Bathurst 12 Hour again this year, and, you know, fair play for that. And the way that they run their series, you know, very good at what they do, but behind the scenes I feel like there's more downsides and stuff that nobody else has to deal with. I mean, I wanted to do their weekly series, but I mean, I'd rather not, to say the least. I think their big events are good. Even their team's endurance series that they run, I think that's good, but no, their weekly series, there's too many holes in the fence with it. I mean, you only have to watch a few streams to see what the deal is.
Unlucky, Regan.
Oh, what happened to Regan? Oh, he's in the pits. He was leading the race. I think these days I'm more looking forward to just doing more iRacing than ACC. Like, I think there's gonna be a time sometime this year if I end up hitting that point that I'm done with ACC. I mean, I still manage Shakedown and run the events like we do, but I don't know if I'll be racing. Just gonna have to see how I go. The curb just grabbed me. It's like any club really. There's always the favourite. Yeah. You're my favourite. It's a bit like that though, like, I mean, I've got my favourites within Shakedown. Not that anybody gets any special treatment at all.
To that point.
Everyone gets treated the same here, but, you know, I definitely do have my favourites within the league. People that I look up to as racers and respect that I can run door to door with. But yeah, it's definitely one of those. Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm not gonna sit back and, you know, if I make a mistake, I'll call myself out on it. You know, like, I'll give myself a penalty if I have to. I feel like it's 100% the transparency that makes things run well. You know, like, I mean, we've seen numbers kind of drop recently. I got a feeling it was due to the Bathurst event that we held in round 2. But it's one of those things that not everybody was happy with the procedure that happened. And fair play, like, I mean, you sit in my shoes and you don't know what to do, so you do spontaneous decisions. But, I mean, everybody understands that what I do isn't to be biased, you know, it's not to favour the quick drivers, because I'd know if I managed to scrap through that incident, I would have still done the same call. Like, just a part of Shakedown. Like, we work together on everything. I mean, sure, some stuff gets worked on behind the scenes, but that's just because, you know, most people just want to rock up and race and enjoy it. Or get up form good. Marcus has dropped back as well. Yeah, absolutely. You make a call, you stick to it. You don't kind of backtrack on it once you've called it. But it was everybody else's decision more than mine, to be honest. I popped the question and everybody else responded to it. Yeah, like if people just enjoyed the racing, raced within the means, rather than say pushing too quick on a lap 1 like we have here, I think it'd, you know, I think we'd produce some really good racing every single week. But I'm keen to see what kicked off the crash this week, and hopefully we don't have that happen in race 2. It's been banned everywhere. It was the right thing to do. Oh yeah, banning the BMW was not an easy decision, but it was something that brought us in line with everybody else. And then they released an update that fixed it, and I only really tested the BMW at Bathurst and Imola. So I took my setup that I had made back when it wasn't updated. I took that setup back to Imola and back to Bathurst, and it was slower. So I went, yeah, alright, we'll open it back up again. I think that was a good call. We're still monitoring it though. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like, it's more on par with everything else now. I don't understand why OR have given the McLaren 20 kilos of ballast for the Bathurst 12 hour. They patched the McLaren, it's not quick anymore. So adding another 20 kilos of ballast, no one's going to drive the McLaren at all. I think I'll be surprised if we see a fucking McLaren then. But I mean, even Bakita said that the McLaren's shit now. Oh, the developers have said it's still broken? Okay. Might have to do some reading on it. Because I remember seeing the update that came out after the Bathurst race. Which is why we re-enabled people to use it again, but it's one of those cars. I still got my eye on it, still watching it. Yeah, less broken. How broken it was before though, that was way too broken. Like, that was way too broken. What you could do with the aero, that was just a mess. I'm gonna jump back onto the forums and have a read at what people think it is like now. But I mean, it's definitely not as quick as what it was before, that's certain. Especially performance that I've seen. Watched a couple of YouTubers use it, and they definitely don't think it's too OP compared to the counterparts. But it's one of those cars that, you know, it's a newer gen, so it's going to be quick because it was made for the 1.8 update. But they're slowly, I guess, real slowly rolling out updates to get everything kind of up to speed. But you could be wrong though, that was from Bakedi, I think.
Race is over. Good job, mate. You did your best.
In the
Bring it back
stream,
to
you
the
may
pits.
have read it. I definitely know it was OP. I definitely know it needed a patch. Just quickly save that replay. We lost a couple of guys. John got a stop go 10. Who's P10? Regan. Yeah, I'll have to do some more reading on it. See what it's like now. See if they kind of properly fix the issues that I had. I'll just get my phone out. Take a screenshot of these results. Race. Okay. It's because John's in the pits. Alright, so once this goes over to Quali 2 Regan, could you please go and just set a lap? It doesn't need to be quick, just needs to be a lap to start us off for the reverse grid for race 2.
Yep.
How long have we got, Cam? Have we got enough time to go for a quick toilet stop, or?
Yeah, you should have 5 minutes in the next quali session.
Sweet. I'll be back.
So who'd we lose? We lost Adrian, Derek. Derek had internet issues. Lost Adrian, Ryan and Danny. I hope if Danny was involved in the crash that he can put in an incident report. I mean, like I say, I want to go back and have a look at it myself and dish out some penalties. Because there's no way that it should end like that. Alright, so we'll just watch Regan set a lap. Just gonna load up next race setup. Actually, how bad are these tyres? Pretty bad. Let's load up this one. 60 litres. We'll save that on 7 so at least it stays there. What else did I change? Brake wires, I think. Have a quick look at this broadcast. So this is our broadcaster. Go Race Promotions. Came on board doing commentary streams. There's the link if you want to check it out. Oh yeah, he's got 15 people watching, that's what I like to see. Surprised people are using in-game chat. Yeah, we'll have to do some reading up on the BMW and see how broken it still is, but I mean, it was quick during qualifying here, but I think it was still same pace once everybody kind of got up onto the running order. It's a shame Rob only just missed out on P10. He would have been carrying a fair bit of damage there. Oh, that's right, Gilgris. Those things happen, man. Like, it's always a bit of a learning experience once you first get into it. Alright, so while we got a minute to kill, just make sure to hit drive. Don't move until I call out your number. We're going to do a bit of car bingo to get everybody into the reverse grid order. But Regan, once we're able to move, if you could meet us down by turn 1 and just hold there. Make sure nobody reverses as well. You will get disqualified. I think it's a shame, in all honesty, that like there's no easy way of doing a reverse grid. Like, you can't set up a config and go, this is what we're going to do. Save a lot of fucking time. Yeah, so like I say, make sure to hit drive once this timer's up. When I call your number, single file from turn 1 back, and we'll go from there. I was about to call names. I need car numbers. Who's still in here?
Seconds.
Let's make sure this is all set. Yeah.
20 seconds. Stay single file.
Alright, Regan, could you meet us down by turn 1? Car 3. Car 41. And then 666. 424. 717. 555. 529. 8. 16. 54, 66, 522, 81, 71, 373. Alright, Regan, if you could take us off at a steady 90k's. Once we go double file, we'll drop it back down to 70k. was a lot quicker than it usually is. Usually I'm scrolling to find the list. While we're just doing the steady lap, if there's any incidents that you want looked at from race 1, make sure to send them through. I've saved the replay, I'm going to be taking a look at it. Any incidents from this race, please do the same. Best of luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Boy, that curb. Feel how serrated it was. Without yanking it over the fucking curb, you could just feel it like chewing the tire up.
Sorry, in the wrong spot.
Green light, coming by.
A little bit of a messy one. It's always hard without the UI.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Probably didn't help that I was still having to pause
Car
my
on the
music.
right.
Fucking the drive.
Clear on the right.
And that Bentley had a really good line out of there. Oh, you're all good, Dan. Don't stress. Little bit facts. Last thing I want to be doing is having to ask people for motor data. That's the last thing I want to be doing. But yeah, that Bentley was like a fucking rocket.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Keep away from the curb. During all my practice, I was not comfortable with night time at all. Fuck, we lost 5 positions on that one. Maybe I need the grip axe. I've seen people posting that shit on the Facebook forums that are around for ACC. Especially the iRacing ones. Madford's fighting for the championship, so
Yellow flag, be careful there.
I don't want to do anything to hold him up. What was what? Did I miss something? Oh my god. Oh, the posting on the forums. A lot of people are posting about grip hacks on iRacing forums in like Facebook groups and a set of Corsa groups that I've been following for a while. Apparently it's becoming a bit of like a plague situation with it again. I don't understand why people need it. Like, I mean, sure, you're probably going to gain something out of it. I personally don't think I'd want to use it. It's just a shame that there's like something out there for it. Like, I personally don't think it's something that should be used. But I mean, if there was ever somebody that I assumed was doing something they shouldn't be doing, then we'd
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
like if there was somebody that I assumed was cheating, then yeah, we'd definitely be requesting everybody to save Motec data. The last thing I want to be doing is not trusting our drivers. I don't think I've had anybody yet who I haven't trusted. There's bound to be someone eventually though. I used to think that I was running them our first race together. No, I've never touched the program and I never will. I think that was like, a lot of it was because I was really quick on the PlayStation, and coming to the PC was just like, it was a walk in the park to start off with. Like, I was really quick.
Car on the right.
Sorry,
Clear
Gab.
on the right.
You're all good.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
It was one of those ones where like, yeah, coming from PlayStation to PC, I could almost like harness the full potential. Rob almost accidentally hit me again. I probably braked a little bit earlier than what Rob was intending before. I'm not going to do anything about that. That one was just an accident. I could have done it to somebody if I wasn't aware that they were going to brake a little bit earlier. It's just my confidence at night time around here is not too high. But yeah, I mean, if anybody ever wanted my Motec data, I'd go, yeah, alright, have it. You're not going to learn anything from it. You're just an average sim racer. Yeah, it's always a bit like that, you know, like when you first go up against someone, you know, like at that time when I was like fresh into the league, fresh into Shakedown, fucking hell, I was on a mission, I was quick. But now I'm like, I don't know, I feel like I'm a lot slower now compared to what I was back then. I think it's because there's a part of me that, like, to start off with, I'm not in a Ferrari, but it was one of those ones, you know, like, I was putting in, like, a lot of hours onto ACC when I first got onto it. Where these days, I'm lucky if I practice before the race night. Where I think if I practiced like I used to, which was like, you know, at least trying to do a couple of hours a day, I think I'd be more into it. I think I'd be a bit more competitive than what I currently am. But, I don't know, I just enjoy iRacing a bit too much, so I don't really put in the time to practice. Realistically, I should. I mean, if I want good results, I should probably practice, but I feel like I'm not really too worried about winning a championship these days, or, you know, I wouldn't mind winning a race. I don't think I've won a race in ACC in a very long time, but it's just one of those things, like, I've been on the verge of not wanting to do ACC for a few months now, but there's always something that brings me back, you know, like, we have good races, it's a good community here in Shakedown, which I think is the main thing that brings me to constantly race, but it's not something I do for practice, especially once I took over Shakedown, managing the config files and all that kind of stuff. It took out the fun of, like, practicing, because I know the conditions now. But maybe one of these days I'll go back to putting in as much practice as what I did, and then you can call me Grip Hacks. Could be a nickname. Not Grip Hacks. Now, there are definitely a few quick people that sometimes I question, but, you know, at the end of it, they make mistakes. They spin out and stuff like that. And from videos that I've seen about people using Grip Hacks in online lobbies, you don't really have that many errors, like, and it's pretty easy, I think, to tell with the lap times that you do. Yeah, there's been plenty of races that we've had where we've tick for tack like the whole way, and then, like, you make a mistake and, you know, that's all you need is that door to open, because we're both the same pace and we're both quite competitive against each other. Holy shit.
Car on the left.
You know, I find it's quite easy to have good races.
Clear on the left.
Oh my god, dude. That was fucking close. That was fucking close. Oh no, I'm not breaking myself. He must have gotten the clear message and just kind of came straight across. I don't trust Pro Chief in ACC. Sometimes it says clear and you're not actually clear. But I'm taking all of it though. That was good racing with him though. Yeah, that was very close. A bit too close for my comfort. But I'm fairly sure I held my line, and he had a message come through going clear, and just kind of went, yep, I'm going to take as much of this line as I can. Fair play to him though. I mean, I definitely don't have the confidence or the pace for this night race. That's why I let Jared go past earlier. I know he's fighting for the championship, and I knew that I wasn't quick enough to hold him. So it's probably better just to let him go and see where he can end up overall. I mean, I'd do that for anybody. If I can't hold the position, then I'll let you go. I mean, I think that was, I don't know whether that was closer than the moment that we had, Dan. We had a pretty close moment at Masano, going through the back parts of the track, through the kinks. And I remember watching back on the replay, how close it was. And there was nearly nothing in it. I reckon this might have been a little bit closer than that. Good respect being shown here by Paul and David. Oh my god, that would have been close as well. He was definitely getting a clear message come through, and then he's kind of just going for it. If he's not careful, that's gonna catch him out one day. Oh my god, that's very low. Yeah, that felt a lot closer compared to our moment. It's not bad. Rob's like probably sitting there going, fuck, I've almost killed him like 3 times now.
Car on the right.
He'll definitely have to look at the turn right.
Clear on the right.
Yeah, Rob is definitely very fair to race with. I find it's very, like, unlucky for him to make a mistake. But when you try and pass him, that's a challenge and a half. We had a really good race at Kailami that unfortunately ended when he jumped onto the curb and it put him into the fence. But we were like too wide for the best part of half a lap. Sam's putting a lot of pressure on behind us as well. We'll just sit in this McLaren train. was going to say, I won't be surprised if Sam gets onto the draft and can make a move. And then a slight mistake, and then I compromise my exit. Yeah, that always gets me. Like, Rob does nothing wrong in his races, but he always manages to kind of get caught up in something. And it's nothing on his merit, it's always just the unfortunate timing of where you're placed. He is very quick though. I mean, you even look at it the last race, like race 1 here tonight, he was caught up in a mistake quite early on. That lap 1 crash. But it's good to see that he still fights through, like. That was close by Sam. I find a lot of drivers within Shakedown, you can always guarantee that we're going to have a good race. And the more we race with each other, the more confident everyone's going to be. I thought Sam was going to get a good run there. I think he managed to just drop off at the runoff. It slowed him down. He's being very patient. If he gets to move, I'll let him go. Let Jared go past a while ago and he's up to fucking P3. We're like chaining it through lap after lap. You can tell Sam wants a move. Drive he gets through there. It's going to take inside here.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'd probably better just follow on him. I'm hoping one of these seasons this year we're going to see Rob just claw up. Oh. going to have a good season at some point this year. He seems to have found some good pace in his McLaren. He was in Porsche last season. I'm definitely keen to see how he progresses. I'm hoping that second half of the season is going to just start climbing away in terms of points and pace. Damn, we're down 9 positions from the start. Feels bad, man. That's alright. Only 6 minutes to go. Let's just bring it home. I don't remember what lap it was on through here that we almost came together. It wasn't that long into the race. I want to have a look at how big the gap was. I think I'm happy with my result tonight, given that I wasn't too confident coming into it. But we'll have a week off. Should give me plenty of time to kind of get back into the rhythm again, if I don't end up smashing iRacing. I'm glad you've enjoyed the stream so far, Dan. I try and obviously make it as entertaining as I can, but sometimes it's like, I don't know, I catch myself rambling on too much sometimes. Most of the time everyone wants to see a good result, but sometimes you got to see someone struggling at a track instead of just putting in insanely quick lap times just to show that you're kind of a human sim racer. Oh, 100% Dan. But always just like, I don't know, I just get so caught up in sometimes like maybe saying the same thing like 4 or 5 times in a row, just in different contexts. I think it's just the way like my mental health's been, especially over the last couple of days. I've been very scattered. Like my BPD's gotten quite bad over the last couple of days. I wasn't even sure if I was going to make the race or not, but I said to myself like, you've got a duty, you've got to do it. So I'm just trying to like keep myself focused, because I haven't been like talking to anyone really. Been kind of sitting by myself since last weekend. But it's those things that, you know, like not having any like IRL friends, just having a lot of internet friends. So I don't really have that communication with people. Don't have people to properly catch up with, or go for a drive, or go to the movies and stuff. No, honestly, Dan, like, it's not a problem at all. honestly, like, you've had a lot on your plate over the last, definitely few months, and especially over this last couple of weeks to the month. It's gotten quite intense really quick for you, so like I say, there's no problems at all. It's more just like, I don't know, off the internet sides of things. Like, every now and again I'll message people online like yourself, you know, like we'll have a bit of a chat when you can about the race and talking to Abdul and stuff and trying to get prepared for this 12-hour and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, that stuff I'm all cool with. It's like the IRL, having no friends, I think is probably the biggest impact. Oh, you just helped your friend through a police incident. Hopefully it wasn't too bad, Dan. I remember, without going into too much detail, your incident you had. And I can only imagine what you guys would face on a daily basis. But just know, I'm really looking forward to this weekend. Really looking forward to this weekend. I'll be streaming a lot of iRacing this week, but then when I end my stream I'm probably going to boot up ACC and practice for Kailami, just to make sure that I'm like 100%. I'm sitting back and thinking, like, I always sometimes I question the formats that I put down for certain tracks. I think sprint round for here suited. I think if it was like a 60-minute race or a 90-minute race, I think things would have gotten a bit too spread out. I mean, you can see on the track overlay that there's like not a lot of people grouped up. So I think the two 30-minute races for you are suited. Yeah, finish, you know, like two 60-minute races, a 90-minute race, finish on a sprint, I think worked out quite well. I think, I could be wrong, but I think we come back after the break to a 90-minute race. I could be wrong, but I'm about 95% sure that's what we're going to end up to learn. I feel like a lot more people are interested in the longer event races, especially the 60 and 90-minute races, where there's like a lot of strategy involved. Marcus had to pit. I wonder why he did that. Oh, I wonder if he was the car that was on the right hand side of his car. You didn't just run out of fuel, did you, John?
Right, race is over. Good job, mate. You did your best.
Come on, give
Bring
him
it
a
back
push.
to the fence.
Man, as I was going past you, I was thinking to myself, do I give him a push over the line? You're almost there by the looks of it. Let's just save this replay really quick. You can do it, John. It's right there. The light is right there.
The other cars are coming up. Oh,
Got him.
You made it.
so close.
That was damn fun, Rob.
Yeah, great race. Good fun.
Well done, lads. Really good racing tonight. Just remember, there's no race next week. We've got a mid-season break. I'll have the attendance up tomorrow. But for now, though, enjoy the week off. Get plenty of practice in, and we'll speak to you soon.
Thanks,
Thanks
Cam.
for the race.
See you,
Cheers,
mate.
Cameron.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
See you in a couple of weeks.
Green light, go, go, go.
Oops, I clicked options instead of quit. Let's go back and have a look at these incidents. How classic is that? John fucking not putting in... Wait, sorry, what was that?
See you Sunday.
Oh, yeah, we'll see you for the 4 hours of Kyalami this weekend.
Yep.
Man, it's going to be good.
Man, I did not set my car up at all. Fuck, that thing was growing.
Wait, you had no setup for tonight?
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus Christ. We'll definitely work on the setups for the next 4 rounds over the week off. But I'm going to be probably smashing Kyalami practice, I think, over the next couple of days just to tune out some errors I might have.
Yeah, exactly. That's what to be honest, that's all I've been doing, and that's probably why I didn't have a tune for this race.
Yeah, it's always a little bit like that. Sometimes there's other priorities. You know, life gets in the way, or 4-hour races get in the way.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, I'm gonna go. Fucking bug it.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. Cheers for the races tonight, guys. We'll speak to you soon.
Later.
I'll just jump out of that, put this music back on. I want to have a look at what happened lap 1. God, show me this. Just take a quick look at it.
As we wait for the smoke to clear and we watch our dreams appear, I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we
What happened here? I'll dive into this more later, but I just want to see what happened. I don't know if so, like, to me, you've gone off the track here. You should have the decency to make sure that it's safe. Was there contact here then? Oh no, it was just a flinch, but I think it was just enough. Let's sit here. It was just enough. Wasn't expecting a rejoin. Went across. We're gonna take a further look at that one later, I think. That was interesting to say the least there. Let's have a look at how close this next bit was though. Race 2. I don't know how far into the lap it was. Oh, I appreciate that, Dan. Tough racing tonight. Let's just go this view. I need to find the lap. I want to have a look at how close this was before we end the stream. I can't remember what lap it was on. Was it back a bit? Oh, definitely sweaty races. Yeah, here. It was good racing though. Oops, I'm not in this camera. That's why it's not working. Dude, there's nothing in this. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Jesus. That was close, man. She got the half speed. Lock there. Just got like top down view of this. Jesus. There's nothing in that. Nothing. And then you go back and you do it in normal, like normal speed. Whoa. No way. That was too close for comfort. Holy shit. Honestly, if that was iRacing, you would have been dead. Like, you would have been in the fucking fence. That would have been netcode. Jesus Christ. That was fucking close. I'm glad we both walked out from that, but that's definitely going to be in one of the screenshots I do. I've just got to make sure to... I'll be doing it afterwards. Well, I'll put this on. Lap 7 and a bit. Because I'll end up going on and putting the graphics all up to max and going from there. Fucking hell. That was a good race. I'm a bit sad with my overall result. But it's one of those things like, I wasn't too comfortable coming into this. Wasn't too comfortable at all. Barcelona under lights looks good though. Camera's on like an angle, but race win over race 2. No, that was really good. Yeah, I was actually really happy. I mean, the results that I got were a lot better than what I was anticipating overall. But it's a part of racing at the end of it. Like, you don't really expect to walk out of it with too much. You go in with an open mind and you just hope that you're going to have good races in the end. But no, I'm very happy with those results. Very happy. I mean, I'm not up the fighting end of things. I'm sure Madford's going to be one step closer to being on pole position by the end of that series of races. So I'm kind of keen to see where he's going to end up. But yeah, I mean, greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. Glad to hear from you as well, Dan. Really looking forward to doing Kailami 4 hours this weekend while I'm at it. If you haven't, go and check out Dan's Twitch. Go and give him a follow. While I'm also at it, Go Race Promotions streamed our race as well, so definitely go and check them out. I'm going to be probably watching that once I go and sort out some dinner. But we'll probably be... it's not a problem at all, Dan. Got to shout out the legends. We'll be back tomorrow around 2 PM, I want to say. iRacing again. We'll get back into the saddle. And you can come and learn Belle Isle with me. I have no fucking idea what the track looks like. I'm fair sure it's the one with cement walls. But we'll learn it together. It's going to be a big learning process. Next week we don't have any race. So Shakedown's got a week off. Let me just have a look. We come back on the 15th of February. Oh, fucking hell. It's Monza for an endurance race. Round 6 is going to be at Nürburgring for a sprint round, which should actually be really good for a sprint round. Zolder, which we haven't been to in a very long time, for round 7. It's going to be a 60-minute event. And then we cap off this season with Spa for round 8. Torrential rain, probably, is going to be very high on the probability list, but not that bad. It's going to be a decent rain session for 60 minutes. Pardon me, but like I say, without rambling on too much, iRacing Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, so definitely be here on Saturday. Make sure to tune in. Dan and myself are going to be tackling the 4 hours of Kailami, and hope that we can keep up with some of the people, especially Bakita. It's going to be interesting to see if we do. But yeah, like I say, cheers to everyone for tuning in. Appreciate all of the support. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Cheers, Dan. You too. Have a really good night. I look forward to having a chat with you tomorrow if you end up jumping on for some practice. I'll keep you updated as to how the iRacing goes tomorrow, but yeah, like I say, we can just change this server over to do some Kailami practice. But yeah, we'll speak about it tomorrow. Just let me know when you're on. Alrighty, take care. Bye!